Welcome to Learning with Success, brought to you by Success Tutoring Online. Today we have Mr. Clyde Carpenter, president of a nonprofit organization that introduces young people to the world of aviation. He has many years of experience working with children, students, and young adults in the fields of music as a musician and stage director. He is also a youth minister and has been a co-producer, co-director, and stage manager for an elementary school talent show production, on top of being the auditorium manager and sound technician. He has also been president of both a middle and high school music association and is currently on the board of the Glendale Youth Symphony. He is also right now serving as the president of the Experimental Aircraft Association, or EAA Chapter 40. I will let him explain what it is and what it does. Welcome, Clyde. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a wonderful morning here at Whiteman Airport.
Very good. So you do and have done a lot of things that help or benefit kids and families. But I'd like to emphasize what it is that you do with the EAA Chapter 40. Now, can you explain exactly what the EAA Chapter 40 Nonprofit Association is and what it does?
I'd love to. First off, EAA Chapter 40 is a family of aviation enthusiasts of all ages that look to the sky, searching for the heavens for that chorus of propulsion and whistling wings. We have everyone from skygazers to skunk works that work with our organization. We are a diverse group of enthusiasts, mechanics, pilots, and engineers. EAA Chapter 40 is where you can find support for and education to realize your aviation dreams, whether they are big or small. We will show you that reaching for the sky is just the beginning. And that is, in a nutshell, what EAA Chapter 40 is. But we are a very big organization. We're growing pretty much monthly. And we're actually one of the largest organizations in our overall parent organization, which is based in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. EAA Chapter 40 is one of 900, and we're in the top 5 busiest. And we are actually 3 times the average size of one of the chapters throughout the world, but mostly in the United States. We're the most active of pretty much any of them outside of Oshkosh, Wisconsin itself. And I can share with you a little bit more about what we do with that. I think we'll cover that a little bit later.
Okay, very good. So now, as EAA Chapter 40 does so many different things, one of the points I saw in looking over your website is that your organization has taken over 12,000 children and teenagers on their very first ride in an airplane. So tell me about that.
Well, it's the Young Eagles program, and it was started in 1992. Back in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. We have flown since day one of that program. And on average, we were flying about 100 kids a month. It's a little bit less this year. We were changing some computer systems. There were some weather issues in January. But we still average around 100 kids a month that get to go on an introductory or inspirational flight. And that particular flight is one where we take and they get connected with a pilot, and they're one of 3 students that are in the plane. If they're lucky enough to be in the front seat, they might even get hands on the controls after they get in the air. Nice, safe area to do so. But they go on a short little extended pattern around the airport to see what it's like to fly in a small airplane. And it's just a lot of fun to see. Currently, as of this month, we are just shy of 12,250 students that have flown. And we had one Young Eagle who was our 10,000th Young Eagle. She actually ended up being one of our race scholarship recipients, which means that she was given $12,000 to go towards her private pilot's license. She finished that 8 days before she left for university, where she's at the University of Michigan now and learning robotics engineering, and has already landed a job at the university with a NASA program. Just one of the sharpest individuals you'd ever meet.
Wow. Okay, very good. Well, now let me ask you though, what is the whole purpose? I mean, obviously taking kids up is like a fun experience for them, but is there any other purpose for that?
Well, we want to take and give them that opportunity to see that it's not out of reach. A lot of people young and old. We have adults that come in and they think, I want to be around airplanes, but I just will never be able to fly. And we ask them, why not? There's a lot of things out there. The biggest hurdle that people come across is a medical issue. But even that, they're about 98% of any medical issue. There are ways to mitigate that and to get an authorization with the FAA to go ahead and fly. And we'll help them find the resources to do that. But as far as taking them for their flight with the Young Eagles flight, we want to get them that chance to chase their dreams. And so they'll come in for a first flight, and it's all registered through a website, and it's on our website, and I can show you that later too. They can come back each month. We never cut them off. If they want to keep coming each month, they can come for another flight next month, and the next month after that come for another flight, and they can just continue to do that time and again. And we just want to keep them inspired and keep them introduced to being able to fly. And so it's really giving that opportunity to say that their dreams in aviation are not out of reach. And I'll just add this, that flying is only one portion of aviation. We have the mechanical side. There are so many different areas. And I even talked with one of the commissioners for the Burbank Airport recently, and we were talking about how diverse the opportunities are that we just really don't always see pursued, whether it be air traffic control, aviation business management, flight line management, all the support services that go into it. It's just one of the most, it's just a wonderful thing that we can do for the kids to be able to let them see that. And even at the Young Eagles program days, we can take and do more. As they progress, they can get involved in volunteering with ground operations, and we will give them some training with that after a certain age and certain training, of course, with certain operations. But if they want to help register kids and register people, or even answer questions about aviation, we would love to have those students be able to do that as they get more and more experienced.
Very good, very good. I'm sure that actually watching their faces for the first time, when you see kids going up for the first time, but it's like, I mean, you'll probably just see like these smiles that are like, beaming. So
it's the best thing. It's one of my favorite things is when they're walking back from the airplane, I ask them, how was the flight? And it's almost like they're flying on their own right there. Their feet really touching the ground.
Right. I understand. So, well, look, in addition to taking kids up in the air for their first airplane ride, your organization also gives kids, teenagers, and young adults lots of hands-on experience, as you were alluding to already, in a lot of different areas of aviation. So what are some of the things that kids can do with your organization?
Well, we have one of the things we do is we call what's called the Circle of Flight. If you see the poster right here off my right shoulder here, we get a lot of questions, and this is why we've expanded what we do at EAA Chapter 40. After that first flight, they're smiling, and their parents are seeing those smiles. And if the kid doesn't ask, the parents do, what's next? What can I do for them next? And they go, well, maybe they go fly, learn to fly. Well, you can start that at the age of 14, but that's not something we don't offer flight lessons, but we do offer them the chance to come, and at the age of 14, they can come be part of our Youth Build program. And the Youth Build program is where we're teaching them, it's a STEM program, how to build an actual airplane that when it's done, they'll get a chance to fly in it. It's a 2-seat airplane, the one that we have now, sitting behind. You can see the engine, and it looks like a very basic bare metal airplane right now, because that's what it is. It's a Zenith CH-750 Cruiser, which will take off in a short distance. It's a very safe plane to fly. It's a high lift airplane, and it flies at very basic speeds, so it's not a lot of it's not like a fighter jet.
Yeah.
The other one that's on my left shoulder here, that is a very easy, and that one is said to fly like a fighter jet, but it's actually a very safe and easy aircraft to fly as well. But the little wings are in the front. It's a canard aircraft, so the engine's in the back. But that's not one of the ones they're building. I just use that as an example. What they're building in the Zenith CH-750 is they're learning how to do metal work, how to do engine work, how to do construction of the aircraft, what it takes, and they're learning some leadership skills, some skills on how to how do they lead the team, because it's really on them to do the work of it, and we as mentors guide them. And we have FAA authorized airframe power mechanic that's on our leadership committee for that program that has inspection authority. So that means he can sign off aircraft to say that they are repaired and ready to go fly again. But beyond that, there's more that they can also do. We actually have the ability, once they reach 19 to 20 or 18 to 21, they can be part of our internship program, which is in the summer. We have 2 internship spots that come up, and those are available every summer. And it's a lot of fun. We already have one young lady who has submitted her resume, even though we haven't even opened the application process. She's come and visited, and just a really sharp aeronautical engineer student from University of California, Irvine. And but what is fun is if they're coming straight out of high school, like our interns last year, one of those students is also at the University of California, Irvine, doing aeronautical engineering. And then another student who isn't following a path in aviation other than she's getting her private pilot's license and hoping to go further, getting her instrument rating. She's studying environmental studies, which is one of the things that I think is exciting about our program. Is even if they're not going into aviation, they're welcome to be a part of the program, because what it's doing is it's inspiring them to chase their dreams. And that's really what we want to do. And by doing that inspiration, one of the things I always tell our adults that come in to learn how to be a part of this program is I tell them, make sure that whatever their dream is, we encourage them. So if they come in and they look at this airplane behind me and say, I'm going to fly it to the moon, we go, wow, that's going to be amazing. And we listen to their ideas on how that's going to happen. And we guide them to the point where they start understanding there's certain oxygen tanks that they need and little things that they'll figure out on their own. But we want them to chase their dreams and see that what their dreams they have, there is a possibility that those dreams can be turned into something that'll be a lifelong avocation.
Wow. That's great. Well, now, is there a cost for students or families to join or participate?
Okay, so with the youth, young people, so Young Eagles flights are free. Nobody is paid in our organization. We're all volunteers. The pilots are actually not even allowed to get reimbursed through their contracts to do the flights for Young Eagles. And that's because of the different various levels of pilot licenses that they have. They're all licensed to carry passengers, but some of them are commercial pilots and some of them are recreational pilots. And the FAA is very specific on when you can get paid for flight and when you can get reimbursed for flight. And so to make that really simple, we just said nobody gets reimbursed for that, and nobody can take and have those type of things. They can't get any sort of money or compensation. So there's no cost for the student to fly. There's no cost for our program to be part of the Youth Build program. Now, they need to become an EAA member in the national EAA and then become a national or a member of our chapter. For our chapter, it's really simple. If you're 18 or younger, there's no charge. And if you turn 18 on January 1st, you're paid for the whole year, free membership with EAA Chapter 40. With EAA National, if they take a Young Eagles flight, they get a free membership, a youth membership. If they don't want to do that, they can purchase a membership with EAA National. It's $40 for an individual, and it's I believe it's $48 for an individual, and it's $60 for a family membership. So if the family joins, they get a wonderful magazine. There's a lot of benefits, and it's just one of the most wonderful things they could do.
So that'll be $40 a month?
No, it's $48 for the year.
For the year?
For the year.
Okay, very good.
$60 for the year for the whole family. And for our chapter, if the parents want to become a member as well, which we encourage, because they can actually become and take part in our Youth Build program as well and become mentors. They don't have to have any aviation knowledge to be a mentor. We will train them as well. But they would need to join the chapter, which is a $40 individual or $60 for the household. And that household would include their spouse, if they have a kid that's off at college, we will include them in their household as well. We're very easygoing on that.
Very good, very good. Well, okay, as you mentioned, kids they get a lot of real hands-on experience. That's one thing I really like, and they can actually do work with their hands and either help make things or build things, repair things that are related to aviation. And so, as you know, my wife and I have a tutoring business, which in which we help students to learn and understand their academic subjects. One of the points of emphasis with us is that we don't just help students to memorize a bunch of dry information that they don't really understand or can't apply just so that they can pass a test or a class. We try to get students to understand their math and science materials so that they can actually use them as tools, understand language arts so that they can increase their communication and writing skills, grasp history so that they can know what was done in the past and can understand the societal effects or ramifications of those past events. Now, what is your view of academic tutoring, and how does that relate to or parallel some of the things that you do?
I think tutoring is one of the best things there that they can be doing in a classroom setting and even in an educational setting. Identifying how to reach an individual student in a one-on-one, or it is a one-on-one process. And there are some wonderful teachers out there that they do a really good job. But when you have 30, 50, 100, 150 students, it's hard to make that distinction on how best to translate or customize and reach that student and help them through the learning process. So sitting down one-on-one, or even in a two-on-one or a three-on-one setting, small group setting, it provides them the ability to, ask the questions that they can't really ask in a large class, or maybe they're intimidated to ask in a large class. And I just think it's one of the best things that we have going for us. And what we do here, and what you do at Success Tutoring, is to be able to identify a hurdle that they need to, or focus a little bit more on that hurdle, or maybe even advance them beyond where their class is taking them. Because, you do get some students who are taking a class because it's a required class, and they already know those things. And I used to joke that one of my daughter's biggest allergies was boredom. And I've got, one of our members here, when he was in high school, was in and out of high schools. He just was having a hard time focusing and whatnot. But when he went to a continuation high school, he finished a semester in 1 month, and then finished the entire 2 years by the end of the semester. And he was just that adept to what he was doing. He was just a brilliant individual, but he was so bored in class, he had a hard time focusing. And I think tutoring could help a person like that through those things on how to get the job done and continue to advance, because you don't want to stall a student. One of the things we do here at EAA Chapter 40 is we have a bunch of certified flight instructors. We also have, I'm an advanced ground instructor, so I can teach ground school, and actually I could sign a person off to go take their written test for the FA. I tend to leave that to be the CI5's privilege, but if they're hitting a hurdle in their flight training or their A&P training, we could hook them up with somebody here at our chapter to help them through those hurdles. And one of the things I see with tutoring, and much like what you guys do, aviation has so many different facets. We have aeromedical. You have to learn, what is hypoxia? What is the effects of aspirin at altitude? Why is it double as you get to altitude, which it is. In most medicines and different things affect double. You also have to know meteorology. You also have to know physics. And then the art form of aviation comes in being able to put all those things together and fly the airplane or build the airplane. And so I think tutoring is one of those things that also helps you take and bring it where you can bring that into an art form where you bring all those things into focus on how they apply and putting an application to what you're learning. Even if you're learning a different method than something you already can get the answer for, but you have to learn a different method to do it. And that's probably getting into the mathematical side. You see that a lot.
Right, exactly. So excellent. Well, I'll tell you, I definitely hear the passion and excitement in your voice on with helping kids. And while I think that you could probably talk all day long about all the things that you do and the benefits to groups and students, is there anything more that you definitely want to make sure that students and parents know about EAA Chapter 40?
Oh, first thing I want you to know is that EAA Chapter 40 is a family organization. It's a safe place to bring your youth and your kids. Everybody that works in our program as a mentor or as a guide, or even helps out with any contact with youth, goes through youth protection training. We also do background checks, and our entire board, I require everybody on the board to go through to do the same thing. The youth protection training is a very simple thing. If you're thinking about joining and wanting to becoming a member, that takes just moments. But EAA Chapter 40, we do family activities as well. We're just in the process of outfitting a new building. We're going to move our office to it. We're going to be able to do pancake feeds, barbecues. We do a thing a couple of times a year called Movies on the Flight Line, where we will either set up an 18-foot screen in our hangar and show a movie. We've shown Top Gun Maverick. We've shown Pixar planes. And it's a family-friendly place to bring your youth and young kids, especially if the movie nights bring the younger kids. I should point out, Young Eagles, I didn't say this earlier, is for the ages of 8 to 17. So I had said 14 earlier for some of the programs that we do for the Youth Build program. But younger kids are welcome to come and visit what we're doing, especially taking Young Eagles flights. And we're expanding what we're doing with that. We're going to be doing some more programs that will include the younger kids as soon as we get into our new facility. But there's a lot of things. And if adults want to be a part of our program too, and they're thinking of building their own plane, that's part of what we do as well. EAA is for all ages. We will help them learn how to do whatever they need. We have tech counselors, we have flight advisors, and there's a lot of different kits depending on what type of flying they want to do. And if they just want to come and watch the airplanes, we welcome that as well. And I call those people sky gazers. And that's where I started at EAA up in Snohomish, Washington, Chapter 84. I was a sky gazer.
All right, very good. So I guess I wouldn't be too old for that, huh?
Oh, absolutely not. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're actually now getting close to the end of the school year and close to the beginning of the summer. Do you have any special summer programs for families and or kids that they can do during the summer that would be fun as well as educational?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So like I mentioned, we have the internship program, and that's, again, for the 18 to 21. So if your youth is just graduating high school, even if they're just still 17 and not going to turn 18 till middle of it, go ahead and have them apply, and we'll consider that. But 18 to 21 for the internship program, and that's from June through August. We focus on aviation, but we also have a main focus. Since I'm the one leading it, I do a leadership training on that, and then we try to identify where that individual is going to go with aviation, so we can customize who they're going to work with in our organization and build that. We do our aviation barbecue and picnic in August, and that will be on our calendar on our website. And let's see, what else was there? The Youth Build program goes throughout the year. We're every Saturday for the Youth Build program from 1 to 4. And if they want to come visit that, they just need to come out to Whiteman Airport. There's an email on our website, and send an email to us, and we'll get you the information you need on how to connect up with us, and we'll bring you out to our hangar to come visit. And anybody can come visit and see how the program is. If you want to join, obviously, we want to start you at 14 years of age. We're going to be expanding some more, so keep a look at our website as we do the barbecue and the pancake feeds. And I think we're going to try to do some field trip things where we will go and meet out maybe at Chino Air Museum and do some other things where they can check out. There's a lot of fly-ins and a lot of flying activity that happens during the summer that is just a lot of fun, and it's always family oriented.
Very good, very good. So now, and I think you've got the website already queued up that you can see.
Yes, let me pull that up for you. So this is our website, and as you can see on our front page, we have our basic saying you'll find on my business cards is inspiring aviation pioneers of all ages to look to the sky, reach for the sky, and take to the sky. And when the airplane flies overhead, does the world stop for a moment as you search the skies for that beautiful symphony of sound? So Socrates said, hey, man must rise above the earth to the top of the atmosphere and beyond, for only thus will he fully understand the world in which he lives. We would love for you to join us as we look to, reach for, and take to the sky together. So if you're interested in a Young Eagles flight, go to this page up at the top of our page, and it's also at the bottom of our page. Click on Young Eagles, and this will give you the information you need to do. We're 30 years that EAA has been doing this. It's now almost 2.5 million young people have flown throughout the nation on these Young Eagles flights. They get a flight in a general aviation aircraft, pre-flight area demonstrations. We talk about that. We ask questions. And a presentation for further opportunities in aviation. That's really what we do. And so other opportunities, they vary each month. We have different people come out from the Civil Air Patrol, the Marine Corps has come out. We have some pilots that come in. This gentleman here is one of our Youth Build advanced students, and he's sitting in a T-28 Trojan, which was a Korean War era and a Vietnam War era piston Navy aircraft with a rotary engine on it. There's two of our neighbors that have come and went for a flight with that. And you can see there's a lot of fun, different aircraft they get to fly in. And that's our Young Eagles program. And there's one of our aircraft taking off there. And then the other thing they can do on our website is if they want to go to our youth build program and they want to see what all that's about. You know what? Let me go back. On the Young Eagles page at the bottom here, that blue bar, if you want to do a Young Eagles flight, click that bar. It'll take you to the Young Eagles page and choose EAA Chapter 40 on that page to register for a flight. Those flights do fill up pretty fast. So as soon as it opens for the month and you're thinking you want to go, click on there and get registered as soon as possible. A parent or guardian does need to come to the event with the student to sign permission slips in person. But so that's the link you need to go to sign up for a Young Eagles flight.
Okay.
Youth Build program. That one's a little bit simpler. You can just show up and we will meet with you and talk with you there. But do you dream of designing your own plane, wondering what it would be like to build something that will majestically touch the sky? EAA Chapter 40's Youth Build program is where you experience the taste of aeronautical engineering and the thrill of seeing the wings of eagles take shape in your very own hands. Henry Ford said it best, working together is success, and that's what we learn here. You will learn aircraft design, construction technique, including metalwork, riveting, shaping, finish work, and more. Assembly and blueprint resolution process. That means that sometimes the blueprints don't match what you're looking at in your hand, and we will help you figure out how do you make it work anyway. And that's the beauty of being an engineer and learning how to construct these aircraft. And you can see here some of our students getting instruction, learning how to work. Those are wing parts there that they're working on. The gentleman at the table in the middle is working on parts to the door panel. They're working on an engine. That's a picture through a cockpit of the aircraft that's sitting behind me. All those things. Now, if you do want to take and become a member of the chapter, there's a way to do that there. You click on becoming a member as well. And we are a nonprofit organization. If you're so inclined to make a donation to it, that will go all towards the infrastructure and all the programs that we work here to do that, including raising money for our race scholarship program, which we have 2 race scholars this year. And currently through April 23rd, we have a gentleman who's matching every donation dollar for dollar till we reach $3,000 in donations. And we're about $1,600 so far.
Very good. Very good. So, wow. So, all right. Now, let me just throw in here that with our program at Success Tutoring Online, students can avoid the dreaded summer learning loss, okay? And they can also advance academically by addressing any subject or class that was challenging for them in the previous year, or that will be challenging in the coming school year by being better prepared. They can do this during the summer while also having time to do activities with your program or with any other summer camp program. We're flexible enough that we can accommodate students attending summer camps that are full of fun activities or students that are going on trips with family. They can do these things and still advance academically so that they can start the new school year with increased confidence in any academic subject or topic. I think a great summer program for students might be to do activities with your organization to have fun and learn about aviation, while also address with us any school subject in which they like to advance. What do you think of that?
I think that would be wonderful. As you know, I've known you for many, many years, and my daughter did summer programs with you and was able to take and get a leg up to the start of her new school year each year. And she works through some hurdles during the school year as well. And but I think that would be a wonderful thing. I would love to work with you on those.
Fantastic. Now, as you have worked with students and children for so long and have had the benefit of seeing how academic tutoring and advancement can help, is there anything that you would like to communicate to parents that may help them with regard to their child's journey through school, or that could help them to be more successful as adults?
Oh, absolutely. I think but the biggest thing I like to share with people is supplement your kids' education. They get a basic foundation at the public schools or at their private schools, but supplementing it, following what their interests and dreams are, really helps them get an application to the studies that they're doing in the school. And I think whether it be with EAA Chapter 40, which I just absolutely love that I'm able to be a part of offering that. There's also things at the Natural History Museum. My daughter was into paleontology. There are music camps, and music is just a wonderful way to get a grasp. I mean, it's math. There's a lot of math in music, and they don't realize they're learning math because they're getting an application form of it. And that's kind of what we do here at EAA Chapter 40, is they're getting hands-on education while we do a short presentation at their Youth Build program, as we are a STEM program. And they do get some points where they get, questioned and quizzed. Most of what they're doing is hands-on. And so I think getting them really a hands-on, tangible access to what they're doing is very important. So that's one of the biggest things that I would suggest is, help them chase their dreams so they can get an application that they can see how the things they're learning in school that might not seem to fit in their mind actually fits into what they want to do in life. And you would actually just laugh hearing how their trigonometry class applied to something we had to do when the kids, our youth are actually fabricating parts if they at times to go on this airplane, and so they have to do it, they have to do the math, they have to go out and actually figure out, is the tensile strength enough for this particular part. Anyway, so that's my suggestion. Supplement your youth's education through the tutoring and through other programs so that they can see an application of what they're learning in school.
Exactly. Very, very good. And that is exactly the thing. So rather than just going through school and just memorizing a bunch of stuff so as to just get through school, take a look at how students learn so that they can apply it, they can do something, they can actually accomplish something with what they're learning. And if you do something or facilitate some way for them to actually apply it, you see them blossom, you see them actually really do well. So anyway, well, look, I want to tell you that this has been a very, very informative interview today. The EAA Chapter 40 is located at the Whiteman Airport in Pacoima, California, and serves all of the San Fernando Valley and the greater Los Angeles County. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to tell us about EAA Chapter 40 and how it can benefit kids. Thank you.
Thank you so much for letting me be here.
All right, very good. I want to thank all of those watching on YouTube for joining us today. I hope that you have found the interview to be valuable and informative. If you like today's show and you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel so as not to miss any of our scheduled upcoming shows or interviews. Thank you. As mentioned at the beginning of the show, Learning with Success is sponsored by Success Tutoring Online. Our administrative offices are located in Burbank, California, but we provide tutoring or academic advancement to students throughout the United States.